So tonight I'm riding a black unicorn. Welcome to the February 2017 Voltaire video newsletter. And as usual, we're going to start right away with where I'm performing near you. This weekend, February the 12th, I will be in Denver, Colorado, performing at the church at a vampire ball. Return to the Winter Palace. I'm going to be there the entire weekend because I'm turning over a new leaf. I'm starting to travel a little bit more for my own mental health. So I'm going to spend the entire weekend in Denver. So hopefully I will see you. I will be at every one of their vampire events this weekend. Then the 18th of February, I will be at Pensacola at Pensacola, Florida. So I hope to see some of you there. March 3rd, the weekend of March 3rd, we've been working on trying to make an Australian tour happen for months now. And I think it's still on, but there's a lot of things that are not yet in place in order to make this tour a success. So it's been on again, off again. I normally don't announce shows unless they're 1000% confirmed, but there's a possibility that I might be in Australia, Melbourne, Sydney, and Brisbane the weekend of March 3rd. Just don't know if it's gonna happen, but I hope it does because it's been too long since I've been to Australia. Also in March, on the 17th, I'll be at Dark Side of the Con, a Gothic convention in Piscataway, New Jersey. That's sure to be a spooky good time. I'll be there on the Friday night only. That's March 17th. And then the 18th, the very next day, I will be at Icon Sci-Fi Convention in Long Island. Can't remember anymore exactly which town it is. It used to be Stony Brook. Now, I used to play at Icon many years in a row, and now, you know, it kind of went away for a while, and now it's coming back. So hopefully, I'll see you there. It's been a while since anyone's played at an Icon. Then in April, on the 29th, I will be at the International Steampunk Symposium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The very next day, Sunday, April 30th, I return to Dallas, Texas. I will be performing, of course, at the church. You know how much I love to go to church, especially when it's in Dallas or Denver. That's the only churches I go to. In May, I'm going to be in Hamburg for a private party, which means it would be really foolish if I didn't play a public show in Hamburg as well. So I kind of really need to get on top of booking that show. And if that show happens, maybe there will be other European dates, maybe some other dates in Germany. Haven't gotten on that yet, but I'm going to try. Also, again, not a confirmed show, but on the table is a show in the Ukraine. It will be my very first show ever in the Ukraine, and that's tentatively scheduled for the week of the 13th in May, so let's cross our fingers and hope that happens. Really? I'm not even done with the first segment, and already, sirens. As I've mentioned in previous newsletters, it's impossible to make a phone call in New York City without being interrupted by sirens, and of course the same is true for trying to make a bloody video. Where else are we here? Well, the next show that I have on my schedule is June 2nd through the 4th. I will be at Con Carolinas, and I will be there actually the entire weekend. So come and see me. Sorry, a really cute girl just went by. Hi. No, she doesn't like me. All right, moving on. June 2nd through the 4th at Con Carolinas. Oh my God, it's so noisy in this town. Sure ain't Costa Rica. But then ironically, I never almost die in New York City, which is strange, isn't it? And that's all of the shows that I presently have booked. Really hope that Australia thing happens, and really hope the Ukraine happens. All the other shows are confirmed, and I will see you on the road. Music. Well, you all know that I am presently working on the album Heart-Shaped Wound, and by now you probably know that the release date is September 1st, 2017. To coincide with DragonCon, which I hope to be at for my 18th year in a row. But what you may not know is that my most recent release just came out last week. It's a song that I wrote and recorded for a visual novel / boys love game called Monstrous Lovers. And it's kind of a rockabilly track. It's kind of horror-billy, psychobilly, rockabilly. It's about monsters. If you like songs about cute monsters, I don't know what I'm saying. Just check it out. You can get it on cdbaby.com, and it's also now available on iTunes. So look for it there. Kids, it's 99 cents. 99 cents. Less than half the price of a cup of coffee at Starbucks that you buy, you drink, and never think about ever again. All right? I know you think 99 cents is a lot of money for a song. Do you? Because if you do, you suck. Come on, help me buy a slice of pizza. 99 damn cents. You can listen to the song 17 million times for the rest of your life for less than $1. And what's next? Next, we're going to move on to books. Well, you guys probably also know that I'm slowly working on the Chichon novel. 2017 is the 20-year anniversary of the release of the Chichon comic books, the very first thing I ever wrote. And really, really hope that this book happens. It's a lot of work. But what you may not know is that my other books, The Legend of Candy Claus, and the most disgusting book ever written, 50 Shades of Grays, are always available from createspace.com. And in order to get one, all you have to do is go to voltaire.net, and you will find a link there to createspace.com. Now, don't believe them when they tell you it's going to take a million years for them to print it and send it to you. I always get them much sooner than they say I'm going to get them. It is print on demand, but I got to tell you, these are the very, very same books that I sell at my shows, so I can stand right here and I can look you right in your good eye and tell you that they're quality books. They're really, really beautifully printed. I think you'll be very happy. 50 Shades of Grays, Legend of Candy Claus, available absolutely anytime. Voltaire.net/store. And that brings us to Gothic homemaking. Let me just say, first of all, as you already know, Gothic homemaking is on hiatus. And there's reasons for that, and you can find out in the last newsletter. Many of you were so kind when I expressed that I was disappointed, that it wasn't more successful, when I was, I'm very honest and say that my feelings get hurt sometimes when people post nasty messages because they don't like the show, something that they watched for free that took no effort at all for them to watch. Considering the tens of thousands of dollars and the countless thousands of hours that have gone into making the show, it really is very irritating. But you know what's even more irritating? When people then complain about me complaining. Listen, bitches, I'm almost entirely certain that every one of you complains about something. How would you like it if I came to your house and complained that you were complaining? Actually, you probably like that. Strike that. Forget that. I guess my point is that I'm really, really thankful for all of those of you, many, many, many dozens of you who posted messages of support. It means a lot to me. I want you to know that I have shot a tremendous amount of footage for the show and that I am presently editing it. And when I'm done editing all of the footage that I've already shot, I'm going to shoot the remainder of the footage. And I guess here's the big announcement. Tentatively, the release date for the continuation of Gothic homemaking, presumably season 2, which starts with episode 6, is April 1st. April 1st. So expect to see more Gothic homemaking April 1st. Hey, if I finish it sooner, I'll post it sooner. But it's probably not going to be later than April 1st. And thank you again for those of you who watch. I really, really, really appreciate it. And of course, that brings us to last month's contest. Last month's contest was kind of scandalous. It was win a date. Sirens again, by the way. All the time, sirens here. You know, in the words of Richard Butler, they pushed all the buttons and things on tomorrow's pages, and the sirens do nothing but sing on tomorrow's pages, or on today's pages, or pretty much 24/7 here in New York City. Anyway, last month's contest was a little scandalous. It was win a date with this jerk right here. There were many, many, many entries. Some of them truly hilarious, and I think you know the ones I mean. Oh my God, really? Make love to you on Margaret Thatcher's sarcophagus? I'd love to. But ultimately, my favorite was by a young lady, and she is the winner of this contest, and her name is Rachel Mortician. She suggested we go to the Magic Kingdom. I haven't been there in so long. And she suggested that we go to the Haunted Mansion. And I don't know if she suggested we hold hands, but maybe I just want to believe that she suggested that. I will differ with one part of the date. She suggested that we'd be standing online for so long we'd get to know each other. I think that part's bollocks. I think we should get VIP tickets and stand on no lines, and that way we can spend more time holding hands in the Haunted Mansion. All right, you're the winner. Well, if you look at it that way, I suppose, because you're going to be stuck with me for probably a good portion of the day. When are we going to do it? God, I don't know. Oh, and I guess probably you have to accept the invitation. Well, you kind of invited me. Well, let's just say this. If it seems like a good idea to you, email me at voltaire@voltaire.net and we'll just figure out when it's happening. Gosh, wish I'd thought of this sooner. We could have done it after the Pensacola show. I think I'm just going to have to book a show in Orlando and play there. In any case, that leads us to this month's contest. You know, Australia is a tough nut to crack. And the reason Australia is a tough nut to crack is because it costs a lot of money to get to Australia. And then you kind of have to fly from city to city. And if you're Bon Jovi, it doesn't really matter because thousands upon thousands of people are going to come to your show and all those costs are going to be justified. But if you're little old me and you're only going to get a couple hundred people who are going to come out to the show, it becomes very, very difficult for a promoter to come up with the money to make a tour like that happen. Now, one of the challenges to that tour is coming up with a name for it. And I realize it's very, very late in the day. And at this point, who knows? That tour may not happen at all. But presuming it does happen, I want you to name my Australian tour. Yes, I do. So please, this month's contest, do it as quickly as you can. Just come up with a name for the Australian tour. Here's some things you should and shouldn't do. Number one, the words down under are going to be instantly disqualified. I'm pretty sure I already had a tour called the Plunder Down Under. So nothing down under. Secondly, it's probably important to stress that this might be my last tour of Australia ever, because the fact is it's so expensive. Not a lot of people are going to come out, I think, and that's going to mean that if it happens at all, it's going to be the last one. The last stand in Australia. So that is your challenge for this month. Leave your answer in the comment section below. And the prize is, I don't know. I should have thought about that before I made this video. I'll find something really cool for you from inside of the lair, okay? Find something really awesome. Maybe I'll just send you like everything that's in the lair that I'm not presently using. I think that's gonna be the prize. A bunch of random, strange, gothic knickknacks. And that's it for the February 2017 Voltaire video newsletter. Sign up for the mailing list at voltaire.net if you want to make sure you always know where I'm playing near you. See you next time. Cheers.